hold on to your undies and stop trusting your farts. We're going to talk about dairy intolerance. The dairy industry has a huge problem. A lot of people don't feel good when they eat or drink their product. The solution? Not stopping producing this product. No! It's to fix the product. Would make sense if the product didn't come from terrible cruelty and rights violations. But the dairy industry doesn't give a fuck about those silly things. They care about making profit. Fix what you can, ignore what is unfixable seems to be the strategy. We as vegans can't tolerate the rights violations, but let's talk about what makes dairy so intolerable to the rest of the world. I'm calling it dairy intolerance and not lactose intolerance because there is potentially some controversy there. Potentially because all the research on the subject, at least that I could find, is done by researchers paid for by the dairy industry. That in itself is not an automatically disqualifying feature, but I sure wish I could find some science paid for not by people with direct interest. Just to make sure, you know? But we're gonna trust the findings here because it seems that this research was done with the goal to sell more milk, and the recommendations are to change the way products are produced. No, not by abandoning breeding, torture and killing of animals. Stop thinking like a vegan for a minute. Imagine we're walking a mile in the shoes of the dairy profiteers. Let's disregard the moral implications and think about selling more product. So what would one do if they have a system creating a product that makes a large amount of population feel sick? Well, first let's see what the problem is. According to this systematic review, 68% of us are lactose malabsorbing, meaning that our small intestines can't break down the lactose we eat. This number, 68%, was reached using the data collected from various lactose tolerance tests. But according to this paper, some propose to define lactose intolerance by the subjective measurements of appearance of symptoms. Not all lactose intolerant people experience bloating, diarrhea and gas after consuming dairy, this paper suggests. This paper also claims that all mammalian milks have lactose except sea lions. Guys, I found the perfect dairy industry solution. Let's start farming and milking sea lions. I wish I could shake my head. This systematic review claims that symptomatic lactose intolerance is much less widely spread. It proposes that the real culprit might be a protein, not sugar. Alert the carnivores. But yes, bovine A1 beta-casein, one of casein variations, is supposed to be responsible for some of the symptoms of dairy intolerance. 80% of protein in cow's milk is casein, beta-casein is 30% of that, A1 and A2 are dominant casein variations, the ratio of those two are depending on dairy cow breeds. Some are 1-to-1, others more, of whichever. The conclusion of this paper is going to be to breed cows with a higher A2 beta-casein variant. By the way, casein content in human milk is only 3.5% and has only A2 variant in it. It could be that there's your problem, right there! The same paper claims that many who self-report lactose intolerance show no evidence of lactose malabsorption. So could it be that people just claim willy-nilly that they can't tolerate dairy and there are far less than 68% of lactose intolerance people? No! The paper that came up with the number 68% is a systematic literature review and they excluded papers with findings based on self-reporting, among other things. Lol. So if the A1 beta-casein theory is correct, A1 intolerance is going to be on top of the 68% number. Oh dear. By the way, most of the data this A1 intolerance theory is based on is animal testing, which is probably worthless due to low translation from mouse to human, but all these animals had to die because of the dairy industry's desperate attempt to create a less allergenic milk. The A1 analysis I've been talking about so far is funded by A2 Milk Company, and the recommendation of the study is to breed cows who produce more A2 than A1 variant of beta-casein. No one considered just stopping breeding cows. No, they're talking about breeding some cows more than others. Well, dairy industries in New Zealand are talking about it. American dairy farmers love to breed Holstein cows who are docile and give more milk, which is very high in this A1 beta-casein variant. Can you see it? The greedy dairy farmers are going to bring their own demise once people who are actually intolerant stop drinking and eating this product. Anyway, I feel confident in saying that 68% or more are dairy intolerant, which by the way is different from milk allergy. That's a small but more seriously impacted 1.6 to 3% of people, and that shit is dangerous. So obviously we should put dairy in everything. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.